된대게 자와자 제 곰대자weni 페이지 자와두가 깔레 카고르다 레벨과 빼는 낙동바 자라 잡으니 자두고 말해서 아토모도 자도 되나시게 얘네 투산 매매 제제는 곰이 삼제시보다는 주도시보도 줘야 되면 저게 이 시는 중도 단도 근데 저 곰이 야보지 자게 있는 투산 고래스.
What I want to say in brief is that if we want to do good meditation, it needs to be preceded by having a good understanding of meditation, which will come from learning and thinking about how to practice correctly meditation. So without these preparatory conditions, we can just stand there, we can sit and take a good posture and close our eyes, empty our mind, thinking I'm doing meditation, but it will be difficult that this kind of method only can help us to reduce the arising of negative emotion. So this importance of learning process first.
I think again to some questions, Toronto the money Tonana in Yuini, Yagita, Laxadobo, today's kitchen raising Toronto. That Galops in our day, on that day is education race Toronto, Umjag, Dubai Yuini, maybe in it to some Gomares, and there's a Nesujavan, Shodarish in Nesujabs, and Kumja, degrees Kayomares.
So I say that if you are really interested to learn and to practice meditation and improve your mind, so this is something you should do to learn first. If you're not interested for that, so it's okay, just staying there and just sitting and just relaxing, closing the eyes, it's okay like that also. But if your desire needs to be preceded by learning.
Do
you have questions?
Yes, I do.
Finish my explanation.
if you have question, no problem. We share, we share. What do you think meditation? What do you want? There's some information. No problem. We share. Okay? Only I talk, and after okay, say finish. No, say we need to share together. It's much better, much better, Sometimes we talk. Then it's a class is finished, People they want to something question, they don't not chance, Now we give you chance. Okay.
You mentioned inner consciousness. What is an inner consciousness?
So we are not too much used to that because in the West, for example, they don't have like explanation in the scientific approach like the mind and consciousness. What is that? Okay, so nowadays people think, for example, the mind is in the brain. So when we die, the brain not activity, so we all finish. We are just like matter. But from Buddhist perspective, whatever is physical or atomic is the body. It's not the mind. The mind is something not physical. It's a knower. It's an experiencing of reality, like our emotions, etc. So the mind or the consciousness, we divide into 6. So we have 6 minds that know the external world, such as the sights and the sounds and the smells and the tastes and the tangible object. So these are the 5 external knowers. The inner consciousness, so that's the main one, because that's the one, for example, when we think about something, what I do tomorrow, what I did yesterday, what I'm doing right now. If I say to you, like for example, now you can look at this cup, but you can also imagine this cup. You can just remember or think about your mother, your father, your friend, etc. So you can make something appear to your mind. So when it appears to your mind, such as in the dream state, it's not your eyes that see this thing, it's your inner consciousness. So that is the one that we want to train, because that's the one that is agitated, that is angry. It's not my eyes that are angry, it's not my ear that are angry. I hear something, and now my mental consciousness grasps that as bad, and now I become angry. So that's this one I need to change. I don't need to change this one or this one. I need to change my inner consciousness.
유문과 미개증라 로중원 단 로주 도사です. 이내양 단단처럼 게 신의 공부사야게 얘네 근데 유지 용어도 와서 어디랬을 때는 나도 낭박에 난도게네 야왕엄마 통만매반에 다다 얘네 야와치만 계셔요. 그래서 간다는 건도 야왕같이 캐 말렘베 이내양 빼네 캐상게 얘네 남시딩나 얘네 대두카 중원데 디링나데 된대게 유인데 디링 요데 와스 근데 될라네 생기 균신이 되는 장고래서 될라는 이제 개외주 이제 이게 롭종 때 두베니 테네 숭데 게베미라고 제 상봉미 상주 롭종 때 두베니 테네 숭데 미드 상고 차바라서 미 상고 차도 치게 루기데 말했어 또난 심데 존도 도샤도바는 미 상고 차바라서 심데레스 이 텔라 때 두베니 야보여 텔라는 뉴문과 때 두베니 테네 숭데 뉴문메 미차라고 그래서
So that's the main part of our person. It's the inner consciousness, and it's the inner consciousness also that has a certain kind of continuum. You know, like I'm not the same person as yesterday, but I'm the continuity of yesterday. So the main thing that permits to me to continue like that my life is the inner consciousness. For example, if yesterday there was some person that told me something bad and I got angry, it's possible that today I remember, even though the person is not there anymore, I can remember. I can even remember that maybe 1 year after, and even 10 years after. I can still have some kind of anger with someone who's not there anymore with me, but still I remember this person told me that thing like that. So that's the inner consciousness. That's the one that creates our problems or our happiness. So if we train this one to be good quality, and to abandon the mental affection, we will be happy. And if we don't do that, we continue to have suffering. So in the Buddhist perspective, this mind, this inner consciousness, not only starts from the start of our life until the end of our life, but its continuum is also to be pursued from life after life, so from the previous life and the next life. So if we train this mind to be more and more happy, not only we get benefit today, next year, but always in my future lives. You know, it's always something I carry with me.
Thank you. Good question. And somebody question? Yeah, you tell me.
So just going off on that, because I think there's sort of, you distinguish between like consciousness and you mentioned the ego, right? In the mind, I guess I'm just wondering how you distinguish between like a pure inner consciousness or an inner consciousness that's like pure and good versus like the ego, which it's also very inner. So I'm just wondering how you distinguish that.
So actually, Buddha says the nature of the mind is clear and luminous. So this knower has no impurity. There is no something like in the mind that is like bad or anger or negativity. There is absolutely nothing there. But still, this inner mind, like this consciousness that is pure, is temporarily veiled by some kind of mental factors such as anger, pride, jealousy, attachment. So that will contribute to giving negativity and suffering. So like the ego also. So the goal of the Buddhist practice, the meditation, is to recognize these and to slowly diminish them by the power of the antidote. Look like the sun who is there today, but actually just temporarily veiled by some clouds. So when the clouds are completely finished, so we'll see the sun completely shining. So the same thing with the mind. The nature of the mind is like the pure gold, which is not mixed with some other kind of metals. It's like the pure sun, which is not veiled by the clouds. It's like the water that is free of any kind of polluants, you know, like very clear. But temporary now, we are under the power of these temporary veils. So when we slowly, completely reduce all these veils, one day we can completely realize the real nature of the mind. So we become Buddha. Buddha is not like a specific, like one being, something like that. Buddha is a natural state that we can all develop, we can all have, and completely achieve like full happiness that we need.
Good question. Yeah, this